Welcome, one and all, to the following segment of enjoyment and an escape from reality. But beware, the show you are about to bear witness to will not hold back when it comes to spoilers, language, and things not appropriate for work or children. If you continue on, we hope that you laugh at the banter, that you are thrilled by the topic of discussion, and marvel at the host's dedication to their craft, because you can only get that type of treatment here at Monster Madness. You have been warned.
Hello?
Diane, can you let me in, please?
I'm not sure this is the best time, Shaun.
Oh, come on.
Lizzie doesn't want to see you, Shaun. Go away.
Just open the door.
She doesn't want to see you, Shaun.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to climb up the wall, come through the window? Because I will.
You're not coming in.
All right. See you in a minute.
Don't.
Hi, it's me again.
Liz, can we just talk about this? Let's go out.
Oh, to the Winchester?
Oh, do you want to?
I don't fucking want to!
Okay.
It's not the only place in the world, Shaun.
We can go to the Shepherds then. They do tie-in there now.
I'm going out with David and Guy.
Well, let's all get together.
What, you hang out with my friends? Sorry, a failed actress and a twat.
That's harsh.
Your word.
I did not call Diane a failed actress. Now let's go somewhere and have a laugh. Things will be fine, I promise.
You promised you'd stop smoking when I did. What? You promised you'd go back to the gym. You promised you'd try drinking red wine instead of beer.
Well-
You promised you'd come on a holiday with me.
Well, we went to Greece, didn't we?
We met in Greece.
Dr. Rood.
It's just not the same. You promised things would change. You promised you'd get us free cable.
I'm working on that.
Okay.
Well, I can give it smoking. I can give it whenever I want. Look, see? Don't need them. What was the next one?
Not enough, Shaun.
Basically, I'd say your 9 lives were up, Shaun.
Get fucked, Four Eyes! Why do you go out there, you love her so much?
What do you mean by that?
Hi, hello, and welcome to Monster Madness, a podcast dedicated to all sorts of creatures, features, and beyond. I'm your host, Erica, and joined with me is a dude I would totally chain up in a shed if he turned into a zombie so we could be best friends forever. Hi, Matt.
Wouldn't we just get a pint and wait for things to blow over?
We could do that too, but if anybody's going to get bitten in this scenario, I think it would be you.
Why? Is it because I'm soft, sweet, and tasty?
I mean, if you want to go that route, but I just feel like...
You're going to knock me over when we're running away, and then that's how I die?
Oh, yeah, I'm hitting you behind the knees, so you go down. You go down hard.
Fucking asshole.
Did you ever watch The Walking Dead?
Like 2 episodes.
Oh, okay. Well, there is a part where this guy needs to get something for another character without spoiling in case you ever get the urge.
Spoiler, I will never ever watch that show.
So yeah, this one kid gets shot by accident while someone is hunting another group. And to save him, they have to get medical supplies, OBS, and they go into a school to get stuff from like a nurse's office or a school or a hospital or something, whatever they have oxygen tanks. I don't know why. And they take the strongest guy in the group and then the worst guy in the other group. Basically, he's kind of fat and he's not really quick. And my man, he rolls his ankle, the healthy dude, the really good dude, and he sees a bunch of zomzoms coming, and he's like, I gotta save Gurl. And so he shoots that fucker in the kneecap, and he just fucking runs and lets that man get eaten alive. I wouldn't shoot you in the knee. Well, maybe I would shoot you in the head so you wouldn't feel anything, and I could still get away. I feel like that would be a mercy.
Learning a lot about you tonight.
We'll get into it. But anyway, a few plugs before we get into how I'm going to massacre Matthew. You can find Monster Madness on all your favorite podcasting platforms, social media sites, and things of that nature. Matt does stream video games and drum sessions from time to time, so you can check that out on our Twitch channel. If you would like to support this show, you can do so in many different ways, such as Patreon, buying merch, or donating to the show. And you can also leave a review on your favorite podcasting provider. Those 5 stars go a long way, and if you decide to write something, we will read it on the show. All the links for the aforementioned things will be posted in our show notes, so you don't have to go hunting for them. Matt, you got any housekeeping that you want to bring up? Anything new? Anything exciting? Anything you want to talk about?
No.
Pussy.
It was either that or physical challenge.
Oh, I didn't think about the physical challenge one.
I got to cycle through my my yuck yucks.
Your yuck yucks. I do enjoy your yuck yucks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
After you just said you were going to shoot me in the kneecap or the head so that zombies would eat me so you could get away.
Truth time. What would you prefer?
We kill someone else to zombies so we can high five.
Who else is with us? Alyssa?
I plead the fifth.
Exactly.
I got nothing else.
Yeah.
If there's an apocalypse, she's the first to go.
You think? Why?
Because think of her food allergies. As soon as fresh food runs out, she's fucking gone. As soon as there are no more potatoes or steak, she's dead. Or Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, we'd have to stock up. It would be like Zombieland, except instead of Twinkies, we're just on the hunt for Kraft mac and cheese for Alyssa.
Yep.
Snowballs! I didn't think about the allergy aspect for Alyssa, but you can always grow potatoes.
No, that's true. Assuming you should always have water. You wouldn't always have running water, like faucet running water, but you just build up a camp, set up camp near a stream.
True, and you got like 800 pounds of snow right now. You could put it in buckets and wait for it to melt, drink it, water, purify it by boiling. Listen, I'm trying to help you in survival mode so you don't have to kill your wife.
Well, I don't have to be in survival mode right now, nor do I need to kill my wife right now, on this day. Tomorrow's another day. I don't know what's going to happen. Fucking world's a weird place.
It really is.
The zombie apocalypse may start tomorrow. Depending on who you talk to, as of recording this, Monday is the end of the world because of the eclipse.
Oh my God, don't even get me started on that. I got an email from my kid's school. An email from my kid's school. They are taking a half day for safety reasons for the eclipse.
I got a fucking email from Delta that they have 2 flights available to fly the path of totality during the eclipse. Didn't at one point they were like, do not get in a fucking airplane during this shit? And now there's just like, we'll fly the entire path. And then there's also all these other flights that are also going to be able to see it too. Like, what the fuck, man?
I can't stand humanity. Because honestly, the last time it snowed, they sent out like multiple notifications and emails like, we don't have any more snow days. This is the last one. If you get another snow day, it's going to have to be virtual learning or they're going to be marked, absent or 0 for the day. Yet they were like, solar eclipse, half day. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me?
I mean, priorities.
They got off for strong winds one time. I'm like, are you kidding me? I literally had to work at my current job during an actual hurricane. They would not I worked till 5. They let us go home at 3 at the height of it. They're like, good luck.
I'm trying to think. I mean, there's a couple snowstorms where usually it was like, well, you're already here, so might as well just wait.
Yeah. I'm like, if I knew, after a certain point with my job, if I knew that there was going to be super bad weather or suspected super bad weather, I went to my boss. I was like, let me work a double today because I'm not coming in tomorrow. And they're like, okay. So bitch ass was there from 6 to like 10 o'clock at night, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. because I was like, I'm not coming. I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll talk more about our survival skills and just the fucking bullshit that is humanity. But first, we are going to talk tonight on this episode. Well, not tonight. It could be the morning whenever you're listening to this, not watching because we're not a video show. 2004's Shaun of the Dead.
You know what we should do tomorrow? Keep drinking. We'll have a Bloody Mary first thing. Have a bite of the King's Head, couple of the Little Princess. We'll stagger back in. Back at the bar for shots. How's that for a slice of fried gold?
No.
Come on, man. Talk to me.
She said if she stayed with me, she'd end up coming in here every night for the rest of her life, like these sad old fuckers, drinking herself to death, wondering what the hell happened.
That is harsh. These are rich, interesting characters.
Like who?
Snowy Gibbs. Always surrounded by women. He's a bigamist. strangled his first wife with a draft excluder, and invented the mobile disco.
What about that?
Coccicidal maniac. She's an ex-porn star. She's done it all. They say she starred in the world's first interracial hardcore loop. Cafe au lait.
Yeah. What about John then?
He's North London Mafia. It's true, Big Al says so.
Yeah, well, Big Al also says dogs can't look up.
Think about it. Andy with a blade, rough demeanour, Bernie the trophy wife. He's connected. Why do you think there's a rifle above the bar?
Because the pub's called the Winchester.
Exactly. See? You don't need Liz to have a good time.
Oh, I don't, man.
No. No, hey, look at me. Can I just say one more thing? I'm not going to say, there's plenty more fish in the sea. I'm not going to say if you love her, let her go. And I'm not going to bombard you with cliches. But what I will say is this. It's not the end of the world.
Sorry, we're closed.
Piss it.
Shaun of the Dead is rated R and has a runtime of 1 hour and 39 minutes. It was released on March 29th, 2004. It was produced by Universal Pictures, Studio Canal, Working Title Films, WT2 Productions, Big Talk Productions, Inside Track 2, and Film 4. I don't know how you have so many production companies, but here we are. And it was distributed by Focus Features. It was filmed from May 11th to July of 2003. So only 2 months of filming, not bad. And then it came out the following year. So lots of time. That's actually like one of the longer spans of time from filming to release that we've actually seen thus far, turnaround times. It was directed by Edgar Wright. It was written by Edgar as well as Simon Pegg. It stars Mr. Simon Pegg, Kate Ashfield, Nick Frost, Lucy Davis, Dylan Moran, Nicola Cunningham, and Bill Nye. Not that one. Not the science guy. The Love Actually guy. Or the vampire.
I did not know that's how you say his name. I assumed it was Bill Nye, but
I think it's just Nye, honestly.
that makes more sense. The Y is silent.
I think so. That's how I've always heard it. Because I even heard the joke before, this is Bill Nye, not the science guy.
Oh, okay.
But
you win then.
Who knows anymore? I don't pronounce things correctly all the time. So don't come at me. Some taglines for the film. It's just one of those days where you're feeling a little dead. Buy milk, ring mom, dodge zombies. Shuffling into theaters September 24th. I don't know what that one's for because none of those release dates match anything that I have.
September 24th, 2004 in the United States.
Oh, I go by the very first date, which is the United Kingdom one. So, because I think that's the most important. A romantic comedy with zombies. I wouldn't peg this as a romantic comedy, but whatever.
He was trying to get his girlfriend back the whole time.
Yeah, but yeah. Ever felt like you were surrounded by zombies? In a time of crisis, a hero must rise from his sofa. Bought coffee, called mom, dodge zombies. This September, aim for the head. I liked the in a time of crisis, a hero must rise, ... from his sofa.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
That was a good one.
What's the budget?
The budget was $6 million, which just short of $10 million if you were to inflate that bitch.
Damn.
Box office was $38.7 million, which equates to $62.9 million right now.
Damn.
So, like, do they even make movies that are going to make less than $100 million anymore?
I don't think so. I can't even believe that it's 20 years old. Like, I remember seeing commercials for it. It really hurts.
You know what makes me super sad?
What?
I graduated from high school 20 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, next month, be 20 years.
Jesus. You okay?
My back hurts. It actually doesn't for once, but yeah.
Oh my God, what will it be? Oh, well, 2029 will be 20 years for me, so I'm not far behind. Only 5 years.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those numbers.
Do you go to your reunions?
I don't have a reunion.
Oh. Never mind.
Because it's traditionally the senior class president is the one who plans that shit, right? Or is like your student council of your senior class.
I mean, I think in theory, yes, but like,
Yeah. So where I'm going with this is the senior class president in my senior year of high school ended up going back and becoming the music teacher and then getting forcibly removed because he was grooming senior girls and purchasing them alcohol over the summer. So, which is what's more fucked up is that he replaced the music teacher that was there when I was there, who was accused of having child pornography and told he couldn't teach in the state of Wisconsin anymore.
oh, just Wisconsin. Go
Well,
somewhere else.
I'm not sure exactly what happened with all of it, but I know he now teaches in Kansas, where he's from.
Wow.
But he never got convicted. I'm not saying, just like that's what I'm saying. Like there's so much up in the air. It was just all of a sudden we heard all this shit. He was gone. He moved back to where he came from. Years later, he's teaching again, and I really don't.
Yeah.
I guess if you wanted to, you could look him up. You have the power.
Fair. Yeah, I only know of one girl that was a grade below me that now works in like administration at my high school. She's not a teacher per se. And I do know that at my brother's school, which is because it's an all girl Catholic high school that I went to, and we have what's called a brother school, which is like the Hubert girls hang out with the Father Judge boys, and the Little Flower girls hang out with the North Catholic boys. Like that's just how it goes, even though I don't think any of those schools are near each other. This guy went to Father Judge, now works at Father Judge. I think he might be even like a fucking vice principal at Father Judge now. Like he's like high up there. But, it is what it is. I had a teacher in my grade school who went to my grade school and wound up teaching at my grade school. Like she showed us a Bible that she had graffitied on, and she's like, yeah, I went here. Like it literally said like Kim loves Fran, because that was her boyfriend and her then husband at the time. And she's like, oh yeah, she's like, I know exactly that this is still here. She's like, and when I don't work here anymore, I'm going to take it with me. But they got divorced, so I don't think she wants it anymore. I know. What a weird sidebar.
Yeah. No, it was pretty fucking weird, but I mean, it could be worse.
It could be. Do you want to tell me about the plot, Matt?
I mean, technically, I guess that's what we're here for.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe a little bit.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
We don't have to be.
I don't know. Like I said, I do want to start doing episodes where we just don't talk about movies, that we just talk.
I mean, that's called podcast terror.
Listen, Linda.
I mean, we missed our chance. April Fool's just happened. And it was a Monday.
Yeah, fair. It's okay.
Next year. Now we know for next year.
Next year.
Someone scribe a note.
Even though there is a horror movie called April Fool's Day.
Yeah, I think I saw it, and I want to say it was pretty fucking bad.
Oh, probably.
I'm sure that's a real shocker.
I think the cover art is like a girl with her hair is like tied in a braid that looks like a noose, and she has like a knife behind her back. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Never mind. I didn't see it. I didn't realize it was from 86. I thought it was a newer movie. Either way.
Either which way.
In the Crouch End area of London, 29-year-old electronics salesman Shaun is disrespected by his colleagues, doesn't get along with his stepfather Philip, and is dumped by his girlfriend Liz after he is unsuccessful in making decent plans for an anniversary date. At his favorite pub, the Winchester, heartbroken Shaun gets drunk with his slacker best friend Ed. At home, Shaun and Ed's roommate Pete complains of a bite wound from a mugger and berates Shaun into getting his life together. The following day, a zombie apocalypse has overwhelmed London. Shaun and Ed don't notice until they encounter two zombies in their garden, whom they beat to death after throwing household implements and Shaun's record collection at them. That was probably one of my favorite parts, how they're like being choosy about which ones they're throwing at the zombies.
Yeah. I
would have probably done the same. But they devise a plan to rescue Liz and Shaun's mother, Barbara, and then wait out the crisis at the Winchester. They escape from a now zombified Pete by stealing his car, pick up Philip, who has been bitten, and Barbara. That was a fucking weirdly constructed sentence. Ed deliberately crashes Pete's car to force the group to use Philip's Jaguar Series 3, which he's always wanted to drive. They fetch Liz and her flatmates David and Diane. Philip reconciles with Shaun before becoming a zombie. That was a heartfelt moment. Forced to abandon the car and their weapons, they sneak through the neighborhood and briefly into a group led by Shaun's friend Yvonne, with each group member resembling a doppelganger of the other group's members. Shaun defends Barbara from a zombie, which he is forced to impale with a swing ball pole. After imitating zombies to bypass a horde and reach the Winchester, Shaun and Ed argue when Ed answers his mobile phone, attracting the zombies' attention. Sorry, I remember how fucking hilarious I found it. They're like almost at the door and then his phone goes off. But who even has their phone on, like, ringer on these days?
I haven't had my phone on ring or vibrate in like 12 years.
You are an Apple Watch, though, right?
I do. So technically, I do have like some sort of notification. But if I don't have my watch on, then I'm just fucking.
Oh, see, I turn the ringer on when my watch isn't on, so I don't have to feel like I always have to pay attention to my phone.
That's good. That's fair. I get too many notifications though, like the camera, the fucking emails. And I'm just like, I don't care. And right now, since we're in a fucking election year, I'm getting 850 emails a day. That's like, it's the end of the world. Do you have $25? It's like, look, you know who I'm voting for. Calm the fuck down. Just stop bothering me.
David panics and breaks a window of the Winchester, forcing Shaun to lure the horde away using himself as bait before returning. As the group takes refuge inside the Winchester, Shaun discovers that the zombies followed him, and Ed inadvertently attracts them by playing on the pub's slot machine. While fighting the pub's zombified owner, Shaun discovers that the Winchester rifle above the bar is functional, something he had previously debated with Ed. Barbara reveals she was bitten and dies after giving Liz and Shaun's relationship her approval. See, this is where the love story shit comes in.
Yeah.
David attempts to shoot Barbara, but Shaun stops him, accusing David of hating him and being in love with Liz. David denies this, but Diane admits she knows it's true. Barbara becomes a zombie, facing a distraught Shaun to shoot her. Further fighting ensues after David gives his unprompted opinion that Shaun was right to do so. Zombies break into the pub and pull David out of the window, eating him alive. Diane rushes into the horde of zombies with David's severed leg as a weapon, allowing the horde to enter. Zombified Pete reappears and is shot by Shaun after biting Ed. Shaun, Liz, Shaun, hold on. Let me back up one more here.
Beep.
Zombified Pete reappears and is shot by Shaun after biting Ed. Shaun, Liz, and Ed take cover behind the bar. Shaun sets the bar on fire with alcohol and matches to serve as a barrier, which also causes shotgun shells left on the bar to explode and kill several zombies. 3 take refuge in the cellar, where they realize that they only have 2 bullets left. Shaun and Liz contemplate suicide while Ed volunteers to be killed by the zombies. Upon discovering a small lift for kegs that opens onto the street, Shaun and Liz exit the pub while Ed buys them time by staying behind with the rifle. Yvonne arrives at the British Army, who gun down the zombies before taking Shaun and Liz to safety. 6 months later, civilization has returned to normal, but with the added bonus that the surviving zombies are now used for free labor and entertainment. Liz has moved in with Shaun, who keeps the now zombified Ed chained up in the garden shed, revealing that Ed is still at least somewhat sentient. The 2 play video games together in the shed.
See, it's beautiful. I would do that with you.
So you're of the assumption that whatever you did in life is what you will do as a zombie?
Maybe.
Because that's kind of what they're hinting at here. I don't believe it's that he's still partially sentient. It's that he just that's all he did. So even though he's a zombie, that's all he still does.
It's just muscle memory.
Yeah.
It's the most basic thing. So that was a quick synopsis, but very apt. I mean, there's not a lot of meat into potatoes.
I was going to say, it didn't miss anything. It covered all the bases.
It didn't really touch on just, what's a fox? His hatred of his stepfather.
No, it didn't touch it at all, which is fucking hilarious.
That's probably my favorite bit in the entire movie. Is just how much he's just like, oh, just so indifferent. Because there's like, it's not like he hates him. He's just indifferent, which is arguably kind of worse. It's just like, you really just don't even care.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that is Shaun of the Dead. I do love the parallels that they show in that movie of, not so much parallels, but what am I trying to say? The routine.
Use your words.
I'm trying. The routine that we get into as human beings. Like, I'm a very routine person. I know that you are as well. Like, very ritualistic in a sense. Like, me and you both know exactly what the day's going to look like, barring any complications. You know, I wake up, I go to work, XYZ, whatever. And it just kind of shows like how blind people are in a humorous way to their surroundings when, you know, you have this routine no matter what. Like, yeah, he wakes up, he gets ready for work, he fucks around with Ed for a second, He walks to the corner store, then he walks to work, deals with a fucking bunch of bullshit teenagers, comes back home, hangs out with Ed, goes to the Winchester with his girlfriend, comes home, goes to bed, does the same thing the next day. And even on the day where the world is falling apart and literally has ended, he doesn't even notice because he's just so in his routine. Because zombie movies to me always have like a deeper, like obviously it's, a reflection on consumerism and blah, 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 blah. But I don't know. I liked how it did this in a very tasteful but humorous way. I'm trying to sound educated here. I don't know.
No, I mean, it was funny, like when he sits down and starts playing video games and you just hear player 2 has entered the game and Ed goes, you got to work. He goes, player 2's exited the game, and he gets up and he goes.
Yeah, I love the just general disdain everybody seems to have for them as like a duo. Like as a roommate, can't stand him. As a boyfriend, can't really stand him. But yet there's something innately charming about them enough that everybody still kind of sticks around. But yeah, I loved the absolute disdain between Shaun's girlfriend's best friend, who's clearly in love with her, against Shaun. Just that argument, his hatred of his fucking stepdad. I mean, he's a shitty boyfriend, which I mean nobody likes, but all in all, I can't believe this movie's 20 years old. And it's similar to it's similar. It kind of like has a similar vibe to me right now as like when we talked about Frighteners. It's like I don't have anything like grandiose to say about the movie, but I also really fucking loved it and was really happy to watch it because I hadn't watched it in years. But I don't have like a shit ton to say about it. It was just really good.
It is. Have you watched any of their other movies?
I've seen Hot Fuzz and what else is there? I'm sure I'm missing something.
I know. I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head.
I think it's a trilogy.
Hot Fuzz was
because I loved Hot Fuzz because I saw that once, but I remember loving it and laughing.
Oh, World's End.
I don't think I saw World's End, but I know I saw Hot Fuzz.
I don't think I did either. When did World's End? 2013.
Interesting.
Did I see it? 20 years after attempting an epic pub crawl, 5 childhood friends reunite with one of them, become hellbent on trying drinking marathon again. Because I think the World's End is the name of the bar that they go to.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Meh. Adding it to the docket, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, with that, since we don't have much to say because it was enjoyable and the synopsis pretty much covered everything for it.
Give me the manouche.
The manouche time.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Something of a phenomenon, telling your body to come along, 'cause white lies blow away. Shush. Blow! I get higher, baby. I get higher, baby. I get higher, girl.
What's he do? Just say bass. Or freeze. What a tip.
I need to figure out like a cool little intro to Manouche. I have one, but I'm not sold on it yet.
Get a better one. Jeez.
I'm trying. So some monster minutiae for you all. George A. Romero, creator of the movies to which this movie pays homage and lampoons, was so impressed with Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright's work that he asked them to cameo in Land of the Dead, which came out in 2005, as zombies. Which I've only seen Land of the Dead once, so I'll have to go back and kind of see if they're noticeable or if they're kind of hidden in the background. When asked by an interviewer why they chose to have slow-moving zombies instead of running zombies, Simon Pegg simply replied, because death is not an energy drink. Valid.
You got a point there.
True, if you're considering these types of zombies to be the reanimated dead, so Night of the Living Dead, reanimated dead, Dawn of the Dead is where they kind of get fast.
Yeah, but World War Z they run, and 28 days later they run.
But 28 days later, they're not zombies. They're rage.
Oh, they're infected.
Yeah.
Touche.
I was waiting for it.
No, I saw your dumb face.
Wow. Okay. So that was my question. Do you prefer, I think I know what your answer is, but do you prefer the slow moving zombie or the fast running zombie?
What do you think?
Fast, of course. Because that's actually
Why is
scary.
that?
Because it's actually scary. If you can fucking fucking goose step a damn zombie, then what's so scary about them?
No, but the difference with, so the running zombies, if there are less. So, but because that's the difference, because that's how zombies win as slow movers, because they just overtake you by numbers. Yeah. So if you're going to have a horde of fast moving zombies, then that's like fucking OP. That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So somewhere in the middle. So yes, I think fast, because fast is scarier, especially in one-on-one situations. Speaking of 28 days later, I know they're not zombies, but there's a lot of like close corridor running and shit like that happens. So that's better for that setting. But like you think of Dawn of the Dead, where they're in a fucking mall, like there should just be a horde of slow moving zombies. So no matter where you go, like you have to deal with a bunch of fucking zombies.
You know, I actually never thought about it. Like, why was that mall fully deserted except for like maybe a handful of people that like were in the basement or in the parking garage rather, or like there was, I'm talking about the remake because I don't remember. I've seen the original once, so I'd have to go back to see if it's like really shot for shot. But like in the
it's not really shot for shot, but it's pretty fucking close.
Yeah, like there's those people that are in the sports store that they find in the back, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm definitely in a video game. I want them to be slow as shit. But,
for sure. But think about it. Like if there was a zombie apocalypse, where's the first place you're gonna go? Like to get supplies, to get things, where are you gonna go?
I always thought if the world is ending, I'm going to like an REI or a Dick's Sporting Goods, and I'm fucking holding up in there because they're gonna.
And how many other people you think have the same idea?
I know, but then I'm just gonna wind up staying at my house and fending for myself.
But all I'm saying is that's how you end up with a bunch of zombies at any given location like that.
For sure.
You got to find like maybe a middle of the nowhere sporting goods store.
I'm just gonna come.
Which for you is not probably the easiest thing because you live in a metropolitan area, but
yeah, it's literally 10 minutes from my house to get to a Dick's Sporting Goods.
I mean, I can get to a Tractor Supply in 15, but there's no guns there.
Well, you have guns, so what are you worried about?
I do, but I need ammo. Like, I don't have fucking thousands of rounds of ammo.
If you're a good shot,
do I need to start stockpiling? Is that what's happening? Can you get ammo on Amazon?
Probably.
I actually will be shocked if you can get ammunition.
It's America.
It helps if you spell ammo correctly.
I mean, you could in Wisconsin, you can probably roll up into a fucking Walmart and get a bunch of ammo without a thought. You're not buying a gun, you're buying the ammo. You don't need.
It was limited for early pandemic. The amount you could buy was limited, but yeah, I can go to Walmart. I can go to Fleet Farm. I can get ammo. I can go to Shields.
I can go to Acme. I can go to Mainers.
I don't know. I don't think you can actually buy ammo on Amazon.
I can go Quick Trip.
I wish Quick Trip had ammo. They had to start hiding the booze because, booze hounds.
I saw something the other day on Reddit where someone had a vending machine filled with ammo at like a corner store in like the middle of nowhere America, where that it's not legal, but who's gonna fucking argue in fucking deep South Kentucky or wherever the fuck it was? No offense, Kentucky.
Yeah, I keep seeing these ads, and now they're gonna be worse because I'm talking about it. But it's like a target practice thing for inside your house. So you have like electronic bullet that you put in your gun, so you're firing with your gun, but it just does it shoots like a laser, and then they have their It sounds cool, but also part of me is like, I feel uncomfortable putting any sort of ammo in my gun in my house and shooting it inside my house.
Yeah, I mean, practice with it outside first, maybe.
Well, it's yes, yeah, as I say, it is practice inside your house. Like, but also, yeah, because I haven't shot any of my guns in a while.
Did I ever send you the reel of the guy who is like prepping to do like target practice and he fucking shoots himself right in the thigh?
Fuck yeah, you just sent it to me like a week ago. It was awesome.
God damn it, I shot myself. That would not be my reaction. But then again, I probably would never shoot myself because I have no interest in that.
Two things.
Okay.
Yes. Like I feel the same. Like I feel like I'd be so cautious, but I'm never trying to like unholster my gun and shoot it quickly.
Yeah.
Amazon has a belly band holster for men that holds a gun and your phone. It's literally pistol, iPhone.
Modern problems call for modern solutions.
Stop.
That was like, I was watching Cops earlier. Look, listeners, don't come at me. I know I'm not supposed to like it, but you do too. Okay? You do too.
Everyone loves watching other people's misery.
You're not wrong. And this episode had to be from like 1990. And this cop rolls up to these 3 meth heads that are just chilling in a car, just full on windows down, dead asleep. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. They're very sweaty, and it takes a long time to rouse them. And they find a gun. And I'm telling you, the fucking whatever that's called on a gun.
Barrel?
The barrel. I know shit about guns. The
Fair enough.
barrel on that it was literally like a foot long. This officer who's supposed to be trained in firearms, he's like, I'm going to take this, and he's holding it by the butt. I know that part. And he's holding it delicately. He doesn't check to see. He's like, oh, the guy's like, oh yeah, there's 2 live rounds in it because there's like a revolver of sorts. This man doesn't even look at it. He didn't click nothing. Not like the hammer was down or anything. Know that too. He just literally slides it into his belt right in front of his dick. And I was like, sir, I even know that you could go kablooey and shoot yourself in the dick. Okay, so we were talking about this a little bit off mic, but speaking of cops, there's these YouTube channels. The one's called Felony something, and then there's one called like Code Blue Cams or whatever. I watched one today.
There's also Florida cop cams.
Fuck, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Because Florida, no offense, Florida, you fucked up. But a lot of the Code Blue cams are fucking Wisconsin. It's hilarious.
I know.
It's great.
There's so many from La Crosse.
Yeah, so many. Literally, I watched one today, and they're just like, La Crosse, Wisconsin. I'm like, here we go. It's going to be good. But this guy, he was having some sort of mental crisis, and he was really drunk, and he started getting like, he was really friendly with the cops. He was not going to get in trouble at all. They just wanted to check on him and do a wellness check. He winds up getting too, I can't even think of the word, like too just excitable to the cop and just gets in his bubble too much. And they slam him to the ground and he starts fighting, of course. He then gets tased in the balls. Like the barbs go right into his nuts and he's screaming. And then they roll him over after they handcuff him, and they're on his patio, which is a fucking wreck, of course. And they roll him on a like thing of nails, and a nail basically like punctured his asshole. He's like, "Oh my God, there's a nail in my butthole! There's a nail in my butthole!" And I'm like crying watching this because it's just like, I can't ever fathom, number one, not listening to a cop. If a cop tells me to do something, I'm fucking doing it. If I don't agree with it, whatever. As long as my rights aren't being infringed upon, I don't like, you want to see my license, registration, whatever. Because the worst I'm doing is maybe speeding. Because I'm not doing any sort of fucking hard crime. I just don't. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't ever envision screaming, "There's a nail in my butthole," after I just got tased in the snatch.
Dylan texted me before, and it was a news article of this kid in the UK who got impaled by a trampoline spring. And I was just like, oh, and I expected it to be like a dick, like one of those joke links. But I opened it and I texted him and I was like, I really expected this to be a joke. This is fucking wild. And he goes, yeah, I hope he can spring back from that.
Oh,
God
no.
damn it. Just like, there it is.
I don't like how much I enjoyed that.
I know he doesn't. He said something to me and I'm like, I don't like how much sense that makes, but you're onto something.
That's when I know, when I really feel good about myself, when I send you something and you tell me how much you don't like how it makes you laugh.
Yep.
Because that makes me feel really good. Because it's not like you're a very difficult person to like get a yuck out of, but to get you to genuinely like guffaw, that is.
Yeah. So
I hold that close to my heart.
My courtesy laugh has come up on this show before.
Oh, yeah, it has.
Last weekend, I think it was last weekend, I called Spectrum for my parents because my mom told me how much their bill was. And I'm like, fuck this. I said, I just went through this on mine. I'm calling him now. And I got done. And it was like a 50-minute call. And the guy was like very nice, but he like, oh, what do you do for work? Because usually they're like, we want to do this. I said, look, I work in IT. Like, just let's cut to the chase. Like, I know what I'm calling for. I just need you to click the buttons for me. And then the guy is like, wants to ask what I do and get all this shit because he's killing time or whatever. So it's, like I said, good 45-minute call. And I walked back out into the living room and both Alyssa and my mom were like, there was like 9 courtesy laughs on that phone call. And I said, look, I'm trying to get your fucking bill down. Like, just deal with it.
And you accomplished it, didn't you?
I did. Not as much as I wanted to, but I did. And also got my bill down $10 more by calling.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm just rolling in the money that the federal government's taking.
True. Anyway, Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright considered a sequel that would replace zombies with another monster, but decided against it as they were pleased with this movie as a standalone product and thought too many characters died to continue the story. The proposed title was From Dusk Till Shaun. However, this idea did have an afterlife. A mocked-up poster can be seen for the film in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse that came out in 2018. Here's the thing. I love that they were wise enough to be like, this is a one-off. We can do other projects, but the Shaun character is done because it's good. But I would have loved to see From Dusk Till Shaun. That would have been great.
Fuck yeah.
Make it like a fever dream or something. Or just a fucking one-off. Who gives a shit? Nothing makes sense. It's a fucking movie. Shaun tells Liz that he's going to take her to the place that does all the fish. When he opens the phone book, you could see that the restaurant is literally called Fulci's Restaurant, the place that does all the fish. Lucio Fulci is a director well known for his zombie movies in the Italian giallo genre. I've never heard of that. I'm probably mispronouncing that, and I'm Italian, so I apologize to my brethren. When Shaun, Liz, David, Diane, Barbara, and Ed run into the alternative gang as they make their way to the Winchester, there are quite a few comedy partnerships brought together again. Simon Pegg and Jessica Hines, Tim and Daisy from Spaced, Lucy Davis and Martin Freeman, Dawn and Tim from The Office, Dylan Moran and Tamsin Greig, Bernard and Fran from The Black Boots, Julia Deakin and Nick Frost are, of course, in Space 2 as Marcia and Mike, respectively. Obviously, if you're not really big into British comedy, you have no idea what those duos are. I only know the ones from The British Office. Shaun and Ed's friendship is based off Simon Pegg and Nick Frost's actual relationship when they lived in a flat together. So the duo that you see, Shaun and Ed, that's how they interact with each other because they were really good friends in real life, and I hope still are. I actually don't know. Night of the Living Dead director George A. Romero was given a private viewing of this movie near his house in Florida. During the scene in which Ed yells into the phone, "We're coming to get you, Barbara," Romero was oblivious to the fact that it was a direct lift from his movie Night of the Living Dead, and only found out later after a phone conversation with Edgar Wright. Which is shit that I find quite humorous. I actually saw, and it reminded me of this, an interview that Anne Hathaway did, probably like a Vanity Fair interview. I saw like a snippet of it where she was talking about The Devil Wears Prada, and she's like, what people need to understand is that while you have seen this movie recently, I probably haven't seen it in like 20 years. So like when you think that George A. Romero doesn't realize that we're coming to get you, they're coming to get you, Barbara, like was a fucking literal like pull from his movie. It's like, I made that movie in 1968. I think that was the date. He's like, I don't fucking remember. Like, I don't watch my own shit. But here's,
right.
At us as fans, we're just like, no, of course. Like, how can you not pick out all the homages? But when it's your fucking art and it's been decades, kind of hard to remember.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. I have them sometimes. Many of the zombie extras are fans of Spaced, which also starred Simon Pegg and Nick Frost and was directed by Edgar Wright. They were recruited through the Spaced Out fan website. Spaced is a movie, I'm assuming, that is very popular in Britain that has the trio of Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and Edgar Wright. I hear the clickety-clacks going. All of the newsreaders and television presenters are real people portraying themselves.
It was a TV show.
Oh, a TV show. Okay. Usually when
it's for 2 years.
Usually when it's a TV show, it doesn't just do the year. It'll do like bracketed, like from 99 to 2002. Yeah. So I assumed, because it was just 99, that it was a movie, but I was wrong. When Shaun is heading to the shop for the first time, a worker on the street is listening to the radio. The newscast mentions a space probe that unexpectedly re-entered the Earth's atmosphere and broke up over England. This is likely a reference to Night of the Living Dead, in which radiation from a satellite returning from Venus was given a possible cause for the dead returning to life. I actually did not know that fact, and I was right, 1968, go me. That was a background like snippet of why all of a sudden these people were rising from the dead. I did not realize that at all from watching Night of the Living Dead.
Huh.
I've seen that multiple times too. I'm just a fucking dum-dum. John and Bernie run the Winchester. These are the real names of the landlord and landlady who used to run Simon Pegg's local pub, the Shepherds in Highgate. John used to make toasted sandwiches for the regulars, hence the reference to the Breville Outback. Peg and Nick Frost were regular attendees of the Shepherds' Thursday night quiz, hence the line, "We do the quiz," when Shaun is knocking on the Winchester's door. When Shaun's girlfriend objects to going out to the Winchester, he suggests a few other pubs, one of which is the Shepherd's, which, as mentioned before, is the actual bar that Simon Pegg loved to go to. And finally, just when Shaun is exiting the corner shop, which is tuned to the radio station playing songs from Indian movies, the song stops and a newscaster begins speaking in Hindi. The content of the news, when translated in English, is "People are waking up from their graves." And that, my friends, is all the monster minutiae I have for you today in regards to Shaun of the Dead. Pa-pa. So now, yay, nair, slay, I think is pretty obvious. I'm yaying the shit out of it. I loved it. I loved revisiting it after so long. Yeah, no complaints, no notes. It's a great movie. I love Simon Pegg and Nick Frost together. I think they're great.
I really wanted to be like, this movie fucking sucked. I mean, yeah, yay. I don't love them as much as you love them. I have no issues with them. I just don't.
I mean, I don't have a poster of them on my wall, but I just enjoy the handful of movies that they've done.
Just because people can't see you doesn't mean that they can't see through your lies.
Wow, okay. Calling me out here.
Yeah, I'm sure if you move that big head of yours, there's one right behind you.
Wow.
You actually don't even you have a proportionately sized head.
Yeah, fucker.
I'm just trying to give you shit. There's a fucking window behind you. You can't have a poster there.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
No, it's a great movie. I hadn't seen it in a really long time, so I was more than happy to go back and see it.
So far, has anything been slayed in this season?
Let me go to Airtable.
You unprepared fuck.
I had it open and then I started closing my tabs down. No, the only thing that may have was Saturday the 14th. And I don't think it's that we hated it, it's just we didn't love it.
It wasn't what I expected. I remember that.
Right,
I was like, I had a different expectation, but I loved the kitschiness of it. But anyway, we don't need to talk about that.
But I see some real turd burglars in our future.
Yeah, but you never know. They could just get dropped from rotation if they're real bad. If I don't want to talk about something, I'm just going to be like, next.
But we have this lined out very specifically.
I'll replace it and just be like, this was supposed to be this, but it sucked.
There are, I know for a fact that there's one that I'm going to really hate.
Which one?
Dead Snow. I've seen it before. It's a musical.
Is it? I'm replacing it because I have a musical season. I didn't know that was a fucking musical. Everybody.
No. It's not. That's the Nazi zombie ones. I'm thinking of Bill Moseley. Repo, the Genetic Opera. That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, okay. So Dead Snow is still
musical.
Dead Snow is still
Yeah. Nazi zombies is different.
So last segment of the show, new favorite. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Does it fuck? I have a couple of things for you. So I've been really into health. I just turned 33, trying to really, live my life to the fullest. I got for my birthday a walking pad, which fucks. And it's called an air hot walking pad. It's basically like a mini treadmill. It only gets up to 3.8 miles per hour. I've used it for the last week or so. And man, I'm loving it since it's been fucking raining here. It's been cold. I don't want to take my walks. And being a single parent of 2, it's hard to fucking get time for myself to walk for a long period of time. So I can just do it at night or after work. It's wonderful. It fucks. And
How hard is it to move that thing around?
Very easy. I can do it. And you know me, I'm a very petite, no fucking upper body strength. It's 45 pounds. It has wheels. And I literally easily maneuver it every day. Put it away, put it, and that was a big thing for me because I had a treadmill before that was, it was a lot larger, but it was probably about 75 pounds and a lot bulkier. And it was just impossible. So I really did my research on this one and it had great reviews and I got it on sale, plus with a gift card, kind of got it for my birthday. And yeah, I spent like $25 on it technically, but it was all worth every penny. Also, you know what, fucks? Meal prepping. Yeah, I've enjoyed
It's
it.
fucking atrocious.
Why? I've enjoyed the thoughtlessness of my day and getting all my nutrients.
Right, because I can't be like, oh, it's Sunday. On Friday, I'm going to want fucking chicken and rice that I've had for 6 days in a row.
That's my only caveat that I need to like adjust. Not only do I need to make a little bit less food, just a smidge. Like I need to just make my portions a little bit smaller, because I'm not.
So I weigh shit out.
Yeah, I just got a little scale.
Food scale?
Yeah, because it was just kind of, I can't fucking eyeball this shit. The dinners are totally, like the dinners I fucking wound up doing perfectly, but like the lunches I made like slightly too big, but it is what it is. And my breakfast, I don't really like eating breakfast because I wake up at 3:55 every morning for work. So like I'll have like a protein shake, and like I've never been a big breakfast person, so I'm like, I get all my nutrients and shit there and protein, so I'm good. And I like toss a banana and like peanut butter in it to kind of like thicken it up. But my only issue with the meal prepping is that I need a little bit more variety. Like I need to make at least 2 things, so like every other day I'm having something different, cuz I will like the lunches I don't mind, cuz I have right now I'm doing like pita chips, hummus, celery sticks, cheese, and a hard-boiled egg, and I'm like, this is delicious. It's called an adult Lunchable, and I was like, it fucks. It's delicious, and I'm enjoying it. I made 2 hard-boiled eggs for each lunch, and I'm like, this is too much. It's 1 egg too much. I was eating it for a while because I felt guilty. I'm like, I can't push myself anymore. I'm just full.
No, it's not worth it at that point.
No. So wow, I wasted like 3 eggs. Big whoop. But like
in this economy.
Yeah, I don't have any chickens shitting out
they're
delicious
not doing
eggs.
shit right now.
Well, I bet not. It's fucking cold.
Right.
And what was my last? I should have written it down because I was like, oh, I need to remember. Oh, this place called Honey Grow. I know I've talked to you about it before. It's like kind of like this healthy, I don't want to say fast food, but it is technically fast food because it's a chain-ish restaurant. But they're
I think that, and they call those like fast casual.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Honey Grow is basically like this. You can get yogurt and granola and fruit. You can get noodle dishes. And they can be straight. They can be rice dishes, and you can put a bajillion different things into these, bowls that you make, and it's so good. I get the spicy garlic sauce with egg noodles, with snow peas, avocado, bell peppers, and some chili red pepper flakes on it. So good. So good. I've tossed other things on it before too. Oh, and with chicken, because I get a protein with it. I've done steak before and it was great. I think they had like a 5-spice sauce that was really good that I've tried. Oh, it's really, if you see a Honey Grow pop up near you, my cousin had told me about it for like years, how much she liked it because there was one by her, and they just opened up one like 15 minutes from me, and I've tried it a couple times, and it fucks.
I'm still trying to get the Wingstop.
Why?
Because they just opened one in Appleton. I've never been there.
There you go. Wingstop is delicious.
I've heard varying reviews. A lot of people say that it's quite mediocre, but I'm like, it's fast food wings. My bar's set pretty low.
Yeah, I mean, if you literally are just going there to scratch the itch of having wings, I have never had a complaint with Wingstop.
Right. That's kind of my thought. Do you know you can buy Honey Grow sauces?
Can you really? Get the spice,
yeah.
Dude, if you
I don't know if I can order it online, though. It just says they have HG at home is what it's called. You can get their noodles, sauces, and dressings.
Oh, dude, if anything, that spicy garlic is so good.
Yeah, there it is, but it won't let me fucking buy it. Bottled the order. So you must have to get it there. So
okay, I'll pick you up a bottle and send it to you because it's fucking.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, best friend. It's delicious, but yeah, that's all my does it fucks. I like to, be informative. Do you have any fuckable items this week, Matt?
Churro Oreos kind of fuck.
What kind of Oreos?
Churro.
Oh, churro.
Yeah, but they taste like original like Teddy Grahams.
I love Teddy Grahams.
Right, which are great, but I'm like, then don't call it churro because it doesn't taste like a churro to me.
Man, I haven't had a churro in a long ass time. Probably, I can't even tell you.
Yeah, I haven't had an actual churro in a while either. I had those birthday cake Kit Kats, I've had those before. Those still fuck. At a mint chocolate chip Kit Kat earlier today. That was incredible.
Ooh.
It just tasted like a mint Oreo for the most part with Kit Kat crunchiness inside.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't do a ton of fun.
Hey, it's a slow week. It's okay.
I had the IHOP Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity potato chips.
How'd that go?
They literally taste like everything they say they taste like in the weirdest, not great way. Like, it tasted fine, but it tasted like strawberry bacon maple syrup potato chip, which like isn't a great. Yeah, even Dylan was like, I had like 3 and tapped out, and I was like, I did the same. I had like 4 of them, rolled the bag up, and then went to have another, and they were stale, and I just threw it out. I'm like,
Actually, I do have an item for you that you said fucked. Speaking of chips,
Thank you.
Those fried pickle chips.
They do. I was eating more earlier today. I'm out of ranch dip though, so
they're so addicting. So yeah, I forget the brand of chip. Is it Utz?
Oots.
Oots.
Whatever, however you say it. It's from your part of the country.
Which I'm so happy that you were able to find them. Yeah, Utz, or Oots, however you say it. Over this way we say Utz. Fried pickle chips, but you got to get the Mazzetti ranch veggie dip and dip those bitches in that, and that is a snack. That is like one of my favorite snacks right now. I have to like contain myself.
Oh, Marzetti. That is the same
Marzetti.
one I got. I didn't even. Yeah, and I'm like, well, you didn't tell me what brand to get. I just got whatever one, and that's the one I got. So yeah,
fucking right. Then you got the right one. I thought you literally just dipped them in ranch, and I'm like, that probably works too. But
Nope.
I did see that Lay's is coming out with a fried pickle with ranch seasoning chip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm gonna tear that shit up.
The new Lay's flavors that they had coming out, like the seasonal ones, sound really fucking good. Where the fuck was it? It's in 2018. Yeah, these are all old. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I've never really had a complaint with I mean, I haven't tried many, but I love a weird chip. The only chip I've ever tried that was like a weird flavor that I fucking hated was ketchup chips. I was like, that's gross.
Yeah, so and I'm not a big ketchup person, so I avoided them. My dad loved them though, but he would eat ketchup on ketchup if it was allowed. BLT sandwich, crispy taco, fried pickles with ranch, and lime and cracked pepper kettle cooked chips are coming back.
Oh, I want to try all 4 of those. I actually just started salivating a little bit.
Yeah, I need to eat dinner, but I was watching that Honey Girl video while you were talking about it, and like just starting, yeah.
My tummy has the rumblies that only hands can satisfy. Well, with that then, so Matt can consume his proteins. Gotta get that protein in there.
I was thinking about making Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle macaroni and cheese.
Fuck yeah, you are. Take a picture
It was a 50-cent box at Walmart. I was like, oh, it could be worse.
True or false? Shapes always taste better.
Yeah, I think so because they hold more cheese sauce.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
Also true and false. What's the best bite? Just a normal mac and cheese bite, or when you haven't mixed the powder in all the way and it's that orange?
You already know this question.
Oh, yeah.
Or you already know the answer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big flavor burst guy.
Oh, yeah. If I'm a horrible mother, but if I'm making mac and cheese for my kids and I see one of those in there, I will literally, and then I'll pour them some. I'm like, you know what? I had to earn that. If you get one, you're lucky.
What are the people saying in the streets? Fuck these kids.
Oh, God, my kids fucking love mac and cheese so much.
As they should.
Yeah, I mean, really. This is just a quick sidebar and then we'll go because you're hungry. But I used to follow a lot of like parenting Instagrams and stuff, and it's such bullshit. And I used to follow ones for picky eating kids because my kids are picky eaters, as one would say. But I'm like, what kid doesn't like chicken nuggets, pizza, mac and cheese, grilled cheeses, pasta? Like, my kids house that shit. But if I was like, would you guys like some salmon with roasted asparagus? They'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm like, I barely want that. I would love to just sit there and eat chicken nuggets. Enjoy it while you can before it goes straight to your damn hips at 33. Well, anyway, now I'm sad because I'm thinking about my love handles, and now I really want mac and cheese. So thank you so much for listening to this episode of Monster Madness. Matt, what is the next movie? I actually don't recall.
Behind the Mask.
Behind the Mask, which is one of Matt's favorite movies. I haven't seen it in a very long time.
I saw it one time and I didn't like it, so I'm excited to rewatch it.
Oh, okay. Now he's changing his tune for the Monster Madness audience. But yeah, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. It is a mockumentary following around a supernatural-esque serial killer of sorts, or a man who's a serial killer, kind of, but like has a lore kind of like Michael Myers and Jason. And you get to see it basically from his POV. And it's enjoyable from what I recall. So tune in next time and hopefully watch the movie beforehand, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Increasing number of reports of serious attacks on
People who are literally being eaten alive.
The witness reports are sketchy. One unifying detail seems to be that the attackers in many instances appear to be
Dead excited to have with us here a sensational chart copy.
or ideological connection between those committing the atrocities, and perhaps more alarmingly,
There's a girl in the garden. What?
In the garden, there's a girl.